Hi, my name is Stephanie and welcome to the first video of my channel. I'm super excited to start this journey and to bring you guys along with me because this has completely changed my life, how I feel, the energy I have, the way I feel about myself, the way I treat others, and it all started right here with how I eat. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I purchased and what I like to use these different items for. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing that I want to show you is my frozen fruits. And so I love to go ahead and use these frozen fruits for all of my green smoothies in the morning. And so I just buy different types of frozen fruits every single week, and so that I can incorporate them into my green smoothies. And I highly recommend that if you are trying to lose weight, a green smoothie is definitely a great way to start your day. It's a great breakfast, and especially if you're not a person that really likes to eat super heavy in the morning, then this is really light and it feels like it's not weighing on you throughout the day or making you sluggish or anything. So highly recommend getting some frozen fruits for making green smoothies. Okay, so next up I have is zucchini and squash. And so I buy zucchini mostly for my husband. My husband really loves to eat zucchini. If I am going to use zucchini, I'll just put them in a little veggie bowl with either some guacamole or some hummus in the center and just pick at them. Super delicious, highly recommend. And I have these squash this time and zucchini because I do intend to put these in my veggie soup. Next up I have is celery and carrots. I love to have carrots at hand because I'll make a juice, and I'll use my juicer. I'll put some ginger and some carrots. Super delicious. But I bought these as well for the soup that I intend to make. Celery is really good for you, but to be honest, I hate celery. So if I can sneak it in like soup, it really dissolves a lot of the flavor, so it's not so powerful. I'll go ahead and I'll use celery because I know how good celery is for you. But if you enjoy it, I highly recommend this maybe with some almond butter or some hummus. Celery is super good for you, so definitely something you should include in your diet. Okay, so next up I have our cucumbers. What I like to do is I would chop half of it and put it into my green juice in the morning with other greens, of course. And then maybe later on in the day, if I decide to make myself a veggie bowl or some sort of dish, I might slice a couple of them. Super delicious. Always have cucumbers in my fridge. Okay, so next up I have our strawberries and blueberries. And you might ask, why do I have frozen fruit and fresh fruit of the same exact kind? Fresh fruit doesn't normally give a smoothie the consistency that you look for, and so I like to use frozen fruit to give myself that smoothie consistency. But you can use fresh fruit, it's not a problem. I keep these around more to go ahead and top my oatmeals with. I'll use a little bit of agave, a little bit of cinnamon, and then some strawberries and blueberries on top. Super delicious, maybe even I love having strawberries and blueberries at hand so that if I do ever have a sweet craving, I can go ahead and use these to take care of that and not get tempted to eat something like chocolate. So next up I have our sweet peppers. I almost incorporate sweet peppers into every meal. So I'll always grill them and put them on top of something or put them in a veggie bowl like I said. I purchased these specifically because I do intend to use them on 2 of my soups. And so I'm making a tortilla soup and a veggie soup in my next video, so you can see how I use these. But I love these peppers, they're so sweet, so good. Okay, so next up I have this tofu. To be honest, I don't normally use a lot of tofu because I have not really felt too deprived when it comes to the meat portion of my diet. I know a lot of people love meat like I did, and I'm actually really surprised that I have been able to not miss meat at all. But if you do, tofu is definitely a great chicken substitute or egg substitute. I actually purchased this because I want to make a miso soup as well, and so I love to use tofu for that. And so I'll be showing you how to do that as well in the videos. Hope you guys are excited about that next video. But I'll be showing you how to make 3 very, very, very delicious plant-based soups that you can enjoy during the cold times. Okay, next up I have is red onion. You can see I used some of it already. But I have red onion. It's another staple of mine in many of my dishes. I mostly use red onion myself for guac. I'll take some avocados, some red onions, some cilantro, salt, pepper, maybe even dice up a little bit of garlic, And if I really want something with sweet kick to it, I'll add some organic corn. I always serve red onion if I want like another flavor or another boost of flavor, because red onion on its own is so strong in flavor, but it's so good for you. So that's why I have that. And then I also have tomatoes all the time. I also sometimes like to add this in guac, not most of the time, but I will if I want a little bit of a tomato kick. But tomatoes are so good for you. I love to make Greek salads with the tomato and the cucumber and the peppers, and you put a little bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper. Super good. Always have tomatoes at hand. And then I always have either spinach or spring mix. These are very important for my green smoothies. I'll put about 2 handfuls of whatever greens I like, plus the half of a cucumber, and then some fruit to give it a little bit of that sweetness. And that's why I have these at hand. And also I like to make salads with them, or if I make a veggie bowl, I'll just throw some greens under. I think it's super important to incorporate some sort of green in every single meal. So try to incorporate some greens, even if you don't like spinach or spring mix, maybe lettuce or broccoli or whatever the green your preference is. But green smoothies, this is the best thing I would say to use, plus kale. I just don't have any kale at hand. Okay, so next up is broccoli. Speaking about greens, this has to be one of my favorite greens because it is a negative calorie. And so what a negative calorie means is that your body actually has to work harder to burn this off than what it's even worth in calorie form. And so I never ever feel guilty even if I consume a lot of broccoli, just because it helps my body so much to digest a lot of my foods. And so I highly recommend going ahead and getting broccoli. If you're not too crazy about it, there's so many different ways you can spice it, so many healthy dips you can use for the broccoli that will take care of the taste that maybe you don't like. I love broccoli. I don't have any issues eating it completely without any seasoning, but I will throw some seasoning on there if I want a little extra flavor from time to time. Super good. Make sure that you buy some broccoli to incorporate that into your diet. So next up is garlic. Garlic is just another staple of mine. I put this in every single meal that I can. I'm sure, like most of you, garlic is such a great flavor, and I love to have as much of it as I can, as long as it's not too overpowering, of course. So I just always have garlic at hand. And then I have my sweet potatoes. I don't consume too many sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are very good for you, especially if you're just trying to maintain your weight. I highly recommend eating as many sweet potatoes as you prefer. I'm a person that is trying to lose weight, and so because I am trying to be healthier and lose weight and get to that state, I don't try to consume too many carbs. Although sweet potatoes are very good for you and has a lot of nutrients, obviously they could be a little bit heavy if you have them at certain times of the day. I love the taste of sweet potatoes, just I wouldn't recommend eating too much of them if you are trying to lose weight. And then I have my bananas. I love to always have bananas in my home. I use this mostly for my green smoothies, and sometimes I'll have a little bit of a snack. I use it as a snack later on. It's such a great source of energy and potassium. The only recommendation that I would have is not to consume too many bananas, because bananas are a little bit higher in sugar as far as fruits go, and so you definitely want to limit it, especially if you're like myself, who is very acne prone. You consume too many sugars and you'll find yourself breaking out the next day. So if you are going to consume bananas, try to limit yourself to 2 to 3 a day. Okay, next up I have is coconut milk. This is dairy free, this is vegan, this is plant-based, so really good for you. Sometimes it's good to have some sort of milk at home, just in case there's a dessert idea that clicks in your head and you need milk for it. And so I'll buy this specific milk because it has the coconut flavor, which I love coconuts, and also because it is dairy free and also vegan. So next up I have is sesame seeds. I'm not going to go into too many details about sesame seeds. I really do like to add them to my bowls. I'll make like an ahi bowl, you know, and just skip the ahi part, but I'll add the sesame seeds in them, and they definitely make it more of that ahi pokey bowl feeling. So that's why I love to add these to my meals. It definitely has a lot of flavors, even though it's just a basic seed. So next up I have is ginger. I love ginger. It's so good for you. Every time I drink it, I definitely feel like it's doing its job in my digestive system. I'll take some of this every morning and put it into my hot teas. And then I'll take some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lemon, and I'll drink that in the morning for like a little detox every single morning. I feel like that has helped a lot with me losing weight as well. But I try to incorporate ginger as much as I can into my diet because I know the health benefits that it provides, and I just love the feeling that I get when I drink ginger. Another thing I have here is my tomato sauce and my quinoa. I'll take my tomato sauce, and like I said with the eggplant, I'll make like a form of pasta with that, or I'll cook my quinoa and then I'll add some tomato sauce in there as well with some basil, parsley, salt, pepper. Super delicious. I won't consume too much quinoa. Like I said, I am trying to avoid heavier items. Even though they're good for you, they still are considered a little bit on the heavier side. So if I do crave a little bit of quinoa, it's mostly if like I know I'm not going to go a good bit without eating, or I'll do it, you know, before 5 o'clock in the afternoon where my body still has time to digest it before I go to bed. Okay, so next up, another staple of mine, especially when I'm eating healthy, is going to be coconut oil. Coconut oil is, I'm sure you've heard of it tons of time. It's so good for you. It's definitely a great substitute for regular oil. You can buy the ones that don't have the flavor of coconut if you don't want them in all of your dishes. I personally don't mind it. I love the flavor of coconut. I love coconut oil. Sometimes I'll take some coconut oil with some plantains. My husband actually taught me this. He took some coconut oil, he took some sweet plantains, the yellow ones, chop them up, cook them into the coconut oil, and sprinkle a little coconut sugar on them. Something I wouldn't recommend having every day because it's not probably the best thing for you, but at the same time, it's still plant-based. It's so delicious. Really recommend, if you are going to make plantains, sweet plantains, to try it with some coconut oil and some brown sugar or some coconut sugar. That's what I would prefer. So delicious. Highly recommend. Next up I have is my garbanzo beans. I like hummus a lot, and so I like to have some garbanzo beans just in case I do run out, or chickpeas, whatever you want to call them. And so what you can do is you can put these into a food processor, add some olive oil, some garlic, and even some paprika, and it will make such a delicious hummus. But you literally can make any kind of hummus you want with just the garbanzo beans, and then going crazy with the spices that you prefer. And so it's really good to have these at hand. This is organic as well. I don't normally like to buy canned products, but I could not find like the bag that they normally come in, and so this is what I did purchase. But if you can buy the alternative non-processed or non-preserved, I should say, form, I would recommend getting garbanzo beans like that, or you could simply just buy hummus already made. It's just always better to make your own of everything, or at least that's how I feel. Okay, we're almost done. So next up I have my veggie stock. Pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, I have a bunch of soups coming your way. I needed some veggie stock to do it. And so I guess we're at my citrus. I have my oranges, and then I have my lemons and my limes. And so I always have this at hand, especially my oranges and my lemons. Every single morning, the first thing I do after I brush my teeth is I go ahead and I take a very tall mason jar that I was given as a gift, and I'll take half of a lemon, half of an orange, take my little juicer, take out all the juice I can from it, and I'll pour it into the water, drink it just to start off my morning. It's such a great way to start your day, to kick off your digestive system, and also it's so good for your face. People that know me personally know I struggle a lot with my acne and the scars that I have, and they have just gone away so much since I've started eating this way and since I've started drinking this every single morning. And plus I have changed my skincare routine as well. So I definitely recommend, especially if you have issues with your skin, to take a little bit of lemon, a little bit of orange every single morning, just to give your skin a little bit more of that boost that it needs to start cleaning itself out. And then lime, I like to add this into my guac as well. It gives it a nice little zest. Or just different dishes, I like to have limes at hand because sometimes certain recipes do need a little bit of citrus, maybe specifically the lime flavor. Okay, and so of course I have my avocados. That's how I make my guac. I love guac. Avocados are such a good fat for you, and you do need fats in your diet. Just make sure that they're good fats, like coconut oil, avocado oils, MCT oils, any type of oils or fats that you can use that are good for you. Please incorporate them into your diet. It actually helps you clean out your digestive system and helps things like your organs function better. So please incorporate avocados or some sort of healthy fats into your diets. just to help with your digestive system. And last but not least, I have my kiwis. And so kiwis I don't normally buy, but I really wanted to make some little frozen treats with some chopped kiwis, some chopped strawberries, just so that if I do get that sweet tooth craving, I can have like a little ice cream. So I wanted to try to learn how to make my own homemade ice cream, and I love kiwi strawberry flavored anything, so I thought I'd take these kiwis to make that happen. And so we are officially done with my food haul. I wanted to go ahead and talk to you a little bit more. And so I just wanted to talk to you about the journey that I've been in so far, and also where I am going and what I plan to do with my channel as well. I want my channel to be, a positive avenue for people who do want to better their lives and better their health. But it is not all I want to focus on. I will be doing a ton of health and fitness videos, but I also do travel a lot, and I would love to take you on vlogs with me anytime I do go travel somewhere, so that you guys can see what you do like, what you don't like, what fits best with you, so that you can save money as well where you are going or where you're deciding to go. And then last but not least, I love real estate. I think it's an amazing investment, especially with how our economy is today. And I'm actually a real estate agent myself. And so I know it sounds strange to have a channel with so many different avenues, but I feel like I have more to offer than just providing my health. If I have something that I have learned that I feel like is like a best kept secret, or something that I feel like people limit themselves and don't believe that they can achieve, I want to tell you how you truly can achieve the things that you want to do. And so I know. Thank you so much for watching my video. It means so much to me that you guys took out the time. I know I'm just a regular Joe Schmo, so I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for the videos to come, because I surely am. And if you have not done so already, once again, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you are looking forward to future videos, just hit the bell and it'll simply notify you once I do post a video. I am looking for feedback. Please, I am not a person of soft skin. I do have a little bit of thick skin, so go crazy. Tell me what you feel can really make my videos better. Any ideas of things that you want me to film for you, just leave them all down in the comments below. Well, thank you once again for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.